Hello everyone, my name is Gracie and welcome back to my channel. Well guys, it's a new year, it's officially 2024 and I just want to wish you all a very happy new year, and I hope genuinely that all of your goals this year do come true and that you achieve them all. So today in this video we are going to be going through my New Year's resolutions for what I want to achieve this year in 2024. I split them into two segments. So we've got my personal life and then the side of content, and I will be going through both of them today. So we're going to start off with my personal ones first. My first one is to become more active. I've had hypermobility / EDS my entire life. And lately my joints have got really bad. I think because obviously I work with children and I'm like up and down all day, my joints are really feeling it now. So even if it's to get out for an hour and to go for a walk, I've got like Pikmin Bloom / Pokemon Go on my phone, so just maybe getting out and doing an hour of walking whilst playing those games, just so I can start, you know, getting into a routine of helping my body cope with everything a lot more. This isn't so much like gym, losing weight kind of thing, just because I know personally I won't be able to do that. But yeah, just doing like an hour walk every day just to get myself out, and just to help my joints a lot more. So that's number one. Number two is to fall in love with life. These are gonna sound really cringy, but lately I've kind of fallen into like the habit of just staying in my room and like watching movies and watching YouTube all the time, to kind of like falling in love with the little things. Like I find chores very chory. A lot of people say like with like burnout, a lot of things tend to feel like a chore. I do find chores are very chory for me. Like I don't ever get the motivation to get myself up and start doing chores or like cooking and stuff like that. So kind of like adapting the Studio Ghibli way of life and just falling in love with little things, like falling in love with cleaning, even if it's only an hour a day. Just falling in love with, like, instead of looking at it as I need to clean, is I need to make my space more like accessible and just more homey for me. So yeah, so just falling in love with the little things of life. I always feel like that's a really nice kind of thing to have as well. Especially when you're like in this day and age, it's just like having a work life / social life balance is really bad and it is really tough. So kind of just like finding the joys and the little things in everyday life just to give you that little bit of push every day to keep going. So the third one is to learn to love myself better. Obviously I've not really gone through it quite a lot, especially because I've not really posted on this channel much. But I grew up being bullied because of my weight, with the way I looked, kind of stuff like that, from quite a lot of my peers. So obviously I was going through all of my teenage years and my early adult life basically just hating myself and hating the way I look. I'm gonna be like really vulnerable with you guys here because obviously I don't really say this to anybody much. But yeah, so I've kind of started to learn to love myself a lot. I feel like with stuff like when a lot of people say like confidence make you look better, it is true. Like I'm not like the most confident person, I will say that. But I do see it in myself with like, because I have started to love myself more, especially with like the way I look, the way I dress, just like my weight and stuff. I have come more out of my shell. I've become a lot happier as well, I find. Like a lot of people say, like you can see it on my face that I'm a lot happier, and I just don't care what people think anymore. Like if people think I'm big, truth be told I am big, but I'm not gonna let people use that against me anymore. I'm not gonna let people use that as insults. So yeah, it's kind of just more of adapting to, I don't care what people think, you know, I was given this body, alright. I binged ate because I was bullied when I was younger, which is why I am the size I am, but just more so looking at it like now I have overcome my struggles. I've started to love myself a lot more. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking more of like the good outcome than the bad outcome. But yeah, so learning to love myself more. This is what this channel is about as well, of just, obviously I grew up not liking the way clothes fit me, not liking the way clothes looked on me. Obviously I'm quite a short girl, so I am like very short and wide. So it's just finding the silhouettes that matched me nicely. Obviously this is what this channel was all about, of helping you to love yourself, to help you to find shops that do sell plus size fashion, that are trendy and are in the subcultures you like, and just knowing that you've got a friend in me that is also, you know, like you. I may not be the same size, I may not be the same shape, but I am a bigger girl. So yeah, so knowing, you know, that you've got that support system as well with you, even though it's only online, of yeah, having someone to sit here with you and like know the struggles, know what it's like growing up being bullied, and having insults thrown at you constantly, and not being able to find anything, especially with the fashion that you love, that looks nice on you. So I'm hoping with my channel this year especially, I can help somebody that has grown up going through what I have. But yeah, so that is that number 3. Right, number 4 is to take better care of my skin. So ever since I was about 12, I have really bad acne prone skin. I grew up with quite bad acne. It turned into cystic acne at one point. When I was about 18, I did go on Roaccutane / Accutane. I think it's called ISO over here, like isotretinoin. I will put it up here of what it's called in the UK. I went on that for 6 months and it did clear it up, but I found it came straight back afterwards. Definitely not as bad, but I still sadly got really bad acne prone skin. So I think this year for sure is definitely going to be the start of me looking after my skin and caring for my skin. Not even so much like the aging side of it. I know a lot of people don't like when their skin shows their age and like all the wrinkles and stuff. I don't really care about that. I just want my skin to be clear, to be healthy, and to be hydrated. And obviously I'm gonna get acne every time, like every now and again. I've got acne here, I've got acne here, which is pretty, my chin is my worst area, I find, my chin and my forehead. But I do have makeup on, but my skin is pretty clear right now, and just trying to keep it that way. Like, I'm so bad growing up with taking care of like my skin, my hair, my nails. I was a constant nail biter due to anxiety. So just taking better care of my skin going forward. I have started doing it in 2023, but this is the year I really hone into it. I really find the products my skin love. And yeah, this is the year that I'm going to start to clear my skin up. And the next one is, some of you do know, some of you don't. Obviously I've mentioned it at the start of the video. I work in childcare. I work in a nursery with little ones. And I'm currently doing a level 3, which if you're not from the UK, a level 3 is our college, which is 16 to 18. So after your GCSEs at 16, you then get a level 3 at 16 to 18, and then you go on to university. I'm currently doing a level 3 in childcare, which then means that once I am qualified, I can do a lot more stuff with the kids, like give medicine, for example. I can then, if I wanted to, I could then become a room leader, and step up my career. But I am due to finish it at the end of March, / the end of April, which is really nice, because then if I pass it, I get to go to Japan for like my graduation kind of thing. So I definitely want to pass it, just to further myself, further my career, and just have another qualification under my belt. But yeah, so that's the last one. Next one is, this year I want to get my driving license. A lot of people don't know, I am currently 26. I do know how to drive. Legally, I can't drive on my own yet. So I want this year to be the year I have my driving license. I may not get my first car this year. I say my first car, my second car, because I have had a car before that I shared with my brother. But this year I want to get my driving license. I definitely want to start my driving lessons this year after I come back from Japan. Because Japan's obviously like my big spender this year, and then once I've come back I'm going to start saving for driving lessons and build more confidence. I feel like I don't drive well only because I'm nervous and I'm a very anxious driver, but my old driving instructor has said that I am a natural. It is literally just the nerves that are weighing me down more. So this year I am determined to start my driving lessons and to get my license, or definitely by the end of the year to start thinking about getting my license. But yeah, so that's that one. So the next one is saving for a house. So as many of you know, I have a long-term boyfriend, and we are obviously have spoken about getting a house and saving up for a house. So once Japan is out of the way, once I've started doing my driving lessons, I am going to save for a house. Slash save for a deposit, slash save for furnishings. We've kind of like had a talk of like if I'm not able to save that much by the time we are ready to move out, he'll put the down deposit on, and then I would basically spend the same in furnishings, just obviously over a longer period of time. Saving for a house is something I definitely want to do, especially with James. But yeah, I can't wait. I've been wanting to move out for ages. But yeah, so like having a place to call your own and to start families and stuff has always been a dream of mine, a huge dream of mine. So yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to do that very, very soon in the near future. And the next one is to take better care of my mental health. I'm very open about my mental health. I do suffer with quite severe depression, social anxiety mainly, but anxiety. And yeah, those are the main two that I suffer quite badly with. And obviously it doesn't help being like, I know I say like my room is my safe space, but being cooped up in my room 24/7 really doesn't help me. And like this kind of ties in with the whole like finding the beauty in the little things in life, and just looking at things more positively instead of more negatively at the moment, and just trying to better my mental health. Like I know my mental health isn't going to be 100%. I don't think it will ever be 100%, but just taking better care of it again, just taking better care of myself. The next one, and it kind of ties into this one, is getting up. So like I just said, my room is my safe space. I love being in my room. My home's really cozy. It's where all of my interests are, is where all of my comforts are. But I do fall into the habit of not getting up, like because my bed's so warm and comfy, and it's where I'm able to watch movies and YouTube. I do find that I fall into the habit of not ever getting up, especially on like days like this where it's very cold, it's very wet, and there's just nothing really for me to do. I also find quite a lot that my mum and dad tend to come downstairs every day and like watch the main TV in the living room. So I kind of always find like when I come downstairs there's not much for me to do downstairs. So obviously, like I said, because I can watch YouTube and movies upstairs, I tend to just stay upstairs. But even if I do stay upstairs, I want to get into the habit of just getting up and getting dressed. Even if that comes down to me wearing a t-shirt and some joggers, or if I get dressed up like this and just walk around the house, I really want to get into the habit of getting up, getting dressed. Bob's your uncle, you know, whatever I do from there, I don't really care, but I need to get up and get dressed. Just another resolution I want to do in 2024, carrying it on. And then the last one is just saving money in general. I grew up not being allowed jobs, because my mum always said that education was the most important thing. I wasn't allowed a part-time job, and because we did grow up kind of relatively, I wouldn't say like poor, but relatively poor. Obviously me and my brother didn't get like allowances, we didn't get pocket money or anything like that. We had to ask for money if we wanted to go out with our friends, kind of thing. So I've never really had my own adult money until 2 years ago when I started a job. When was this? I got my first job in January of 2022. I would have been, what, 24, 25? Yeah, I think it was 24 going on 25, because I didn't finish uni until I was like 21. And then obviously we were moving, and then I was job hunting once we've moved. So I've never really had a job, so I never really had my own money. And because I never had my own money, I never understood / knew the concept of saving. When I got given my own adult money, it was just spend, just because of the fact that obviously growing up, the only presents really we had were for Christmas and birthdays. And obviously it wasn't like a lot of expensive things. So knowing I have my own money and I can buy my own stuff and buy expensive stuff and all the stuff I've ever wanted, yeah, I've just spent everything. I've not actually spent everything because I've saved up for Japan, but it is just been spend. I'm not like an impulsive spender. Like I will save for quite a lot of things. But if there is something I've always wanted, I will get it for myself, just because of the fact that because I've got adult money, I can treat myself now. But yeah, so just saving and not actually touching the savings. I do tend to find I save, but then I tend to have to dip into it for like lunches and stuff. So just being able to save and then not being like not touching it, I definitely want to be able to do that. It doesn't have to be a lot every week because I get paid weekly, so it doesn't have to be a lot every week. But just something weekly / monthly to go to, say, a house or another Japan trip kind of thing. So yeah, I just want to get better at saving. Would love to get better at saving. But that is all of my personal resolutions for 2024. So we will get on to my content goals. Now for the content section, again, I've got 10 for this. A lot of them kind of don't rely on people. I know a lot of people say like when you make goals with content, don't ever make it so you're relying on other people, like I want to hit this many followers or like this many subscribers kind of thing. Don't ever rely on other people to meet goals. So I've kind of always taken that and not made goals to rely on people to achieve. So these are 10 that I will be able to achieve myself with a lot of hard work, but it's definitely work that I'm going to put into. So the first one is posting consistently. Obviously I kind of always wanted to make it a goal last year to post bi-weekly, but just because of work-life balance I didn't. I was posting like bi-monthly, but I've got a whole content plan for this year of all the videos I want to do, which is going to help me greatly because I'm not going to be stuck every week thinking of the videos I want to do. I have all of the video ideas I want to do, whether they get posted in the order I put them down, I don't know. But I've got video ideas, which is great, is going to really help me. It's obviously going to be like bulk editing as well, bulk filming, just making sure like if I sit down to film, I film like 3 videos at once if I can, just so then it takes the stress off me, because that's 3 weeks worth of videos then done, kind of thing. But I do want to try and keep being consistent. I want to do once a week like maximum, and once bi-weekly minimum. If I can't do weekly, then I will go down to bi-weekly, but even bi-weekly is still good enough for me. So the second one is just to continue making content that I'm passionate about and that I really love making. Kawaii culture and like kawaii fashion is something I've been into for quite a number of years, but again, I've not been able to buy just because of the fact that I've had no money to be able to buy it. So yeah, of just, like I said in my personal ones, of just being a person you can come to that has like plus size shop recommendations, inspiration outfits and like lookbooks, kind of thing. Of like, when I do hauls, I know a lot of people are like boycotting hauls just because of the fact of how many people are doing, but my aim with doing hauls is just kind of to show you what I've bought personally for like my outfits, and just to also showcase again other shops that I do get from, because obviously sometimes is like, for Christmas I asked for a really nice pastel rainbow cardigan, but because I live in the UK, the cardigan and shipping was £100, which is a lot for a cardigan. I won't mind paying that because obviously I support small businesses and everything, but it's just, obviously I'm only gonna buy from that shop like once every so often, just because of how expensive it is. But I would still like to showcase that piece of like the piece of clothing, especially if it's really well made. So it would just be, the hauls would be kind of showcasing what I have bought from these shops more than just, oh look what I've got. But yeah, so that is that one. And the next one is to continue making friends. I've made so many great friends making content. Like even like I've had friends I've made before starting content that do also make content, and it's just, I love meeting people who, especially in the same niche as me, not even for like bites and ideas or anything like that, or like getting gains off of them. I do just enjoy meeting new people and talking to new people and kind of like seeing what they enjoy. Like even though I dress kawaii, my kawaii may not be what their kawaii is. So just seeing what they like to dress up as. Oh my god, where's my mind? See what they like to dress as, in like what kind of colour schemes they like, or maybe what shops they go to, and kind of just giving ideas of like what shops I also buy from, like they may not have heard of. So again, just pushing recommendations onto them. But I just like meeting new people. I obviously try to go to like a lot of cons and Hyper Japan, kind of stuff like that. So I just really want to meet new friends, especially the ones that are in the same niche as me. So that's that for that one. The next one is, this one everyone will understand, because we have all kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? We've all compared ourselves to another content creator more than once. I have all the time. However, this goal is, if I do look at somebody else's content, I don't want to compare myself or put basically no pressure on myself from looking at their content. I don't want to look at their content and go, well, they've started before me, why have they got more subscribers? They've started before me, why have they got more views on their videos, kind of thing. So I don't want to put that pressure on myself when looking at other content creators and going, well, why am I not good enough? Why am I not at that pace? Why am I not growing that quickly? So when I do compare myself to other people, I want it to be in a way of, well, what am I doing wrong that they're doing right? Or taking inspiration, kind of thing, of just, yeah, just stuff like that, like taking inspiration. Not even like, I don't want to say the word steal, because I'm never going to steal someone's content. But yeah, kind of just like seeing what they're doing and maybe trying to implement that in my videos, or just seeing what their kind of content is and seeing how I could improve my content from theirs, instead of going, why are they growing much faster than me, kind of thing. So yeah, so just not putting pressure on myself when I compare myself to others. That's going to be a huge one this year. I know this is going to make or break me. That's going to be a huge one this year, but I'm determined to not compare myself to others. The next one is to keep telling myself every day that growth is slow, growth isn't going to always be linear, and growth just, yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. That's what I tell everyone. It's a marathon, not a sprint with content creation. So some days are going to be good, some days are going to be bad. Some videos are going to be good, some videos are going to be bad. Some videos are going to hit thousands of views, some videos aren't. Just telling myself that any growth is still growth. It's growth at the end of the day. And just, yeah, telling myself that I don't need to be growing fast to put value on my content. If I put my content out, I know personally that it's valuable to me, and I'm hoping it's valuable to somebody else. But just telling myself that you don't have to grow fast to be a valued member of the community. So yeah, that one is definitely a big one for me as well. The next one is knowing I've made some people / somebody smile with my content this year. As I keep saying, my channel is kind of like a 50-50 split. It's what I enjoy creating and showcasing what I enjoy doing, and also to help people. That is the value that I want this channel to bring, is to help somebody. But in the process of helping somebody, I want my content to make somebody smile. I want to, if I do like heart-to-heart chats, or if I do lookbooks, obviously my lookbooks are going to be like love yourself as you are kind of thing. Like what looks good on me may not look good on somebody else, but what may look stunning on them may not on me kind of thing. We are all different. We all come in different shapes and sizes. So I just want my content to make somebody smile. At least one person this year, I'm hoping. But I want to make somebody smile with my content. Even if that's just in a helpful way, or just a touching way, or just they find me funny somehow. But yeah, I really want to make somebody smile with my content this year. The next one is, following on from the next one, is knowing I've helped somebody this year with my content. Again, just knowing, like, even if I've recommended a shop and somebody's seen my content, gone to that shop, bought it, and has felt amazing in that item of clothing they've bought, I want that to be the value of my content. I want somebody to come onto my video afterwards and gone, you know what, Grace, I've taken your recommendation, I feel amazing, thank you. That's what I want this year. I want to help people. I want people to feel helped, and I just want people to feel amazing in the clothing they wear. Again, like I said in my personal ones, I've obviously grown up not loving the way I look, and I don't want people to go through that. I want people to feel confident in the clothes they wear. I want them to feel confident in the body they are. So just knowing I've helped somebody to go through that at least is also a massive goal of mine this year. I know obviously I said at the start I don't want to have to rely on people to achieve these goals, but this is kind of like, I don't want followers out of this, I don't want subscribers out of this, I just want to know that I've helped somebody to love themselves. That's all. That's kind of really what I want to do with this content. So the next one is to kind of get better and to work hard at taking fashion inspiration pictures for Instagram mostly, and YouTube videos, like my lookbooks, and just kind of, I've never really been good at fashion, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I kind of this year want to get better at making outfits mainly, and just outfit inspiration for others. And yeah, that's really it. There's a kind of short one, but yeah, I just kind of want to get better at making fashion outfits really. The second one is, I don't know how to word this one, but basically it's to put myself and my content out there more. When I thought of this, I kind of thought it in the way of networking with other people, showcasing my content, going on like Facebook groups, and just putting my content out there and going, look at this I've made, look at this wonderful video I've made. I know a lot of Facebook groups aren't like that, and I don't just like dump my link and leave. I won't ever do that. But when I make content I'm proud of, I want to kind of push it out there. I want to get it out there. I want people to see it, you know. That's gonna sound really selfish, but I think all content creators are really selfish in this way. Like, they want people to view their content. They've put hours and hours of work into filming and editing. I think you want people to look at your content. I want people to watch my content. I enjoy making content. I love the content I make, and I would love for people to love that too. But the only reason they're going to love that too, the only way they're going to love that too and have the chance of loving that as well is for them to view it, kind of thing. Like, I think at the end of the day, when people make YouTube content and like Instagram content, even though they don't want to like come across as like I need you to watch my content, I want you to watch my content, like at the end of the day, deep down, we all want people to watch our content, and that's okay. Like, that's fine. That's what comes with making content. You want people to see it. So yeah, I would just love to get myself out there more, my content out there more, and just make a name for myself. I know obviously that's not going to come anytime soon, but if I've got like one person that I keep posting like Facebook groups and they're like, oh, I recognize you, hi Grace, I would love for that to happen, kind of thing. Or like, I would love to for someone to be like, this girl has put up a YouTube video recommending a load of things and it's helped me, maybe it helped you too, and it's just my link, and I'm just like, that would genuinely like warm me so much. But yeah, so just having kind of that. So for our last one, we're gonna get like really nitty gritty here. I say nitty gritty, it's gonna be really cringy. I really want to just continue making content I'm proud of. That's basically it. Like, that's the goal right there, is just I do enjoy the content I put out, is what I'm passionate about. Obviously I've got a way to go with filming, I've got a way to go with things like editing and getting skills in editing, but I do enjoy the content I put out, I really do, and I just want to continue being proud of the work I've put in to my YouTube career. But yeah, so that is all 10 resolutions this year for my content side of the year. I don't know what I was gonna say then. So, oh my god, I nearly knocked my light over there. So that is it for my New Year's resolution video today. It's gonna be quite a long one, I do apologise for that. However, I kind of just want you to know like my personal growth this year that I want to do, and also what you can expect for the content side of me. I'm obviously not going to put all of my ideas out there at the moment. I do want them to be a surprise, but yeah, so that's it. Kind of video to kickstart of the year. But yeah, so that is my 20 resolutions that I want to do this year. Thank you so much for joining me today on reading them. And I will join you all next week for a new video. If you really like this content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you want to. Leave a comment saying that what your New Year's resolutions are for this year. And yeah, I just want to thank you all so much for joining me, giving me a watch. And yeah, I will see you all next week for a new YouTube video, which I will put up on the end screen, although you're not going to see it until it comes out, unfortunately. But I will see you all next week for a new video. Bye everyone! Mwah!